Hi, this is Millie Kay. It's Sunday, April 30th, 2017. I'm down at the Feather River. I'm not at my usual location. I'm under the bridge that leads from Yuba City to Marysville. And I wanted to show you what the Feather River looks like when they're releasing 35,000 cubic feet per second from Oroville. The noise you hear are the cars going over the bridge. This bridge right here is the old train trestle bridge. And the one next to it is the one that we use now for getting from Yuba City to Marysville. When you're on one side of the bridge, you're in Yuba City, and as soon as you cross over it, you're in Marysville. The county line is right in the middle of the bridge. In the distance, you will see another bridge, and that also is away from Yuba City to Marysville. So today, as I said, let me get over here a little bit closer. We're running releases at 35,000 cubic feet per second. That's down a little bit from what they were doing before. Apparently they've shut off the Hyatt power plant. So a couple of days ago there was more like 43,000 cubic feet per second coming through here. And today the river level is about 54.5 feet. And if you look down there on that column, you'll see that mark. It says 56. That's where the river level was before they cut down the 8,000 cubic feet per second. So that's when it was running at the full 43,000 cubic feet per second river releases. And I had checked online before I came the other day to check, and it was 56 feet was the level. And then when I came down here, it was right on that spot. Let me see if I can zoom in. It was right there. And if you follow the markings, some of them are not on there anymore. If you go up, you'll see it goes all the way up to right under the bridge. The numbers go up to 80 something. And I do know that back in February, around the time of the spillway incident, when they were releasing at 100,000 cubic feet per second, it was at about between 66 and 68 feet. So it would have been right in there. Let me go back down so you can see. So, if I can just go back a little bit, that was where it was at when it was 100,000 cubic feet per second. In 1997, when they were releasing 160,000 cubic feet per second out of Oroville, it got to 78 feet. So it got to just to the bottom of the bridge up there, where that column meets that base piece. Flood stage here is 80 feet. Flood watch stage is 65 feet. When the water gets to 80 feet, it does not go over the levees at that point. At 83 feet, it'll go over the levees. And I'm down here between the levees. That's the road leading down here. And if you can imagine, just giving you a relative size here. I'll move back a little. Sorry about the shaky camera. It's the best I can do today. So as you can see, those are pretty tall columns. So when they were releasing at 160,000 cubic feet per second, the water was up almost to the bridge itself. And if you look in the distance, and if you can imagine water being almost to the tops of the levees, all of this is filled in, all of these columns are underwater, and same thing with the other bridge over there. So between here and there, it's nothing but a sea of water. That's what 160,000 cubic feet per second looks like. And if you look at the 68-foot mark, where 100,000 cubic feet per second takes it, that's still a lot of water. And where I'm standing now would have been underwater with 100,000 for sure. So let me just get a little closer. So right down here is the 56-foot mark. See if I can zoom in on that one. And if you look, and you can see the water's not quite up there today, because it's at about 54.5 feet deep. It's a little more turbulent under the bridge because of those columns. Let me walk just a little ways up here. Straight ahead is upstream. Oroville's up there 30 miles. Here's the riverbank. So that's another way to measure the river level. You just come down and check the markings. The markings are getting pretty old, but they've worked forever since they put them there. It's easier to just go online and look, but you really don't get the idea of the relevant impact of the whole thing. Imagine the water all the way up to that 78 mark. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for viewing. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.